Is the mic on?
Episode 161, What's Wrong with Orny Adams? I can't believe this is still going on. I work on the road incessantly. I'm in hotel after hotel. I was in Sylvain, California this weekend. Great show. Thank you, everyone that showed up. But I was awoken up by the alarm clock in the hotel because the previous person had set it for 5:30 a.m. Now, why this isn't part of the checklist for the cleaning people when they come through to make sure the alarm clock is not set for 5:30 a.m. There should be a disable button. Very easy. I'm fired up. We're going to have a great episode. My guest today, and he'll have a comment on this. Sure, it's happened to him. Dan Franzese.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right? Franzese.
Daniel. Yeah,
Daniel
sure.
Franzese.
Yeah. There is actually a Dan, and he is a Republican senator in fucking Florida. Can you believe it? I'm like, you're ruining it for all of us.
Spelt the same way?
Yeah.
Well, and also, I called you Rich Franzese because there was a comedian named Rich.
And I have an Uncle Rich.
You have an Uncle Rich, and now I'm going to end up, and then you were like, excuse me, it's Daniel. And not Dan.
Dan, actually, because I could do Danny and I could do Daniel, but Dan, I don't know. I feel like Dan is like someone's stepdad.
It feels like the podcast has gotten off to a really bad start.
No, we're cool. Although I agree with the alarm clock shit. Let's go back to yelling at somebody else.
Go ahead.
They should unplug it. Just unplug it.
I did.
I don't even use it. Who doesn't have an alarm clock with them? We all walk around with a phone. It's like leaving a calculator on the desk. I don't need it.
Right. It's rare to even see a clock in a hotel anymore. And then some of them are like hardwired into other appliances. Like they're all connected. Like the lamp is part of the alarm clock. I yanked that thing out. It may not even been a plug. I just pulled it out. I
think that you should be allowed to break alarm clocks in hotel rooms, and like it's like not a problem.
Yeah, and I did the thing where like it's 5:30, and I hit whatever I hit. It went off. I fell back asleep. It came back on. It was like the birthday candles that relight themselves.
Oh, right, yeah, that's the trick.
It's the trick.
Yeah.
But who's leaving Sylvain, California at 5:30 in the morning?
I mean, when you got to get to that wine tasting.
Somebody lost a gambling bet. Somebody had to get the hell out of town. There's no plane to catch.
Sometimes I like to leave early. I like to beat the rush hour and leave when there's no traffic yet. If I have to make a air flight, or be near the airport anyway. I'd rather drive 2 hours at night after the gig and stay at the airport than have to try to battle rush hour.
I was close to that. My Fraser Smith was my opener, and he was like, "Do you want to drive back?" And I'm like, "Fraser's kind of older. I don't know if I want him driving because he drives. I let the openers drive." And so I said, "Let's just get up early and do it." And I naturally get up around 5:30 in the morning, right? But on that day, I slept. So now all day I'm calculating, I wonder if I would have made it to like 6:30. I wonder, I was convincing myself that I was tired all day because the alarm clock. And the other thing is I didn't go into comedy because I wanted to be ever woken up by an alarm clock.
Yeah, and who's waking up for liquid eggs?
The worst. Thank you. The worst.
I was like applauding when I was listening. Yeah, because honestly, that is like one of the. They just listen. We're paying a premium here. You're claiming you got like this is part of the deal. This like breakfast. What I do like to take is now they have the little peanut butters.
You steal them.
I steal them like
the Jiffies.
I steal the little Jiffies and the apples.
Okay, let me just say this.
My backpack's full of apples and peanut butter everywhere I go.
But it's not the Jiffy is all sugar.
Shit, I know.
I think the first ingredient is sugar, and the second ingredient is like maple syrup.
I know, but on the run. I know, but everything's bad on the run. I don't know what to do. I do like those vending salad machine things.
I've never done that. Is this a Guy Fieri thing?
No, it's called Farmer's Fridge. I go and they have like really good salads in jars.
Yeah.
And I load up my carry-on with that, and then I put them in the fridge of the hotel, and I like try to take them with me.
Where do you get this? At the
airport only.
But that sounds expensive. Airport sounds expensive to me.
I don't know. It's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean, salad in a jar. What could they? What are you gonna do?
All of a sudden, everybody started to put everything in a jar.
Yeah. Get all
eggs in a jar. I'm not kidding. At one of the breakfast places that was like a coffee place, they had eggs in a jar.
Yeah.
That they pre-make the day before.
Yeah. And the overnight oats, which is just like cold oatmeal.
What is that scam?
They're reselling it. They're like repackaging it and trying to give us oats again.
It's like the iced tea scam that started because the hot tea got cold. And the coffee got cold. It should be at a discount. We're doing
cold brew.
Yeah.
Cold brew. Yeah,
right.
No, you're freaking machine's broken.
Yeah, we're doing you a favor unloading the overnight oats.
They're like, oh, we'll just charge $6 more for it and put it in a jar.
Yeah.
So you can handle everything.
I do buy the overnight oats at Trader Joe's, but I feel like at $1.99, it's a bit of a ripoff.
Isn't that all sugar too? Isn't that all processed sugar?
Nah.
Everything's sugar.
Yeah, somebody once told me you want everything to have less than 3 ingredients.
They just want me crying with a celery stick. I don't know, like alone in a corner. I don't. At this point,
do you struggle with weight?
I've just lost 125 pounds.
I was gonna say, I saw some pictures of you.
Yeah. Well, the problem was sugar. It was sugar for me. I didn't know that. I actually did an elimination diet trying to figure out what it was, and it came back and it said chicken and garlic. Wow. I'm Italian. I'm like garlic. I'm just gonna die. This is how I go. This is how I go, Tommy. Like, what am I gonna do? But apparently, if you have a lot of something in your system, it could show up as an agitator and not be an agitator. So that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
But I was trying to figure out what it was, and this whole time it was like sugar. I had like a weird allergic. Well, I don't even want to get into it, but I got better. I went to the hospital. I had like a come to Jesus moment. And
so no sugar.
No sugar.
Except in your little Jiffy packs.
Well, every once in a while I'll have something that has sugar in it, but for the most part, really, I avoid it like the plague. And now I'm trying to avoid the fake sugar. Which is like supposed to be even worse.
Because it tricks your body into thinking you're having sugar.
Yeah, and also it's like there's a lot of like things to dementia and all this other stuff they're linking to like all these aspartame things, and it's like really contributing. It's like, what the frick? I hate stevia. I think it tastes disgusting, especially like in a cold day. It's like they're like, oh, plant-based sugar. I'm like, this ain't sugar. It's just garbage.
I agree. In fact, stevia gives me a headache. And that's why I don't like to go into these hipster coffee places, because I'm like, do you have anything else besides sugar? They're like, we have stevia.
And then brown sugar stevia, what's that? Like, there's nothing. None of it is good for me.
It's like they tricked us into agave for a while.
That I kind of don't hate as much.
It's still maple syrup. I think they add sugar to it. It's not.
No, I don't know. With the thing, and then the anomaly of dates. Like, dates don't jump your spike at all. They don't spike your insulin at all.
I think they do.
No, they don't.
They don't.
At all. And it's like a medical, scientific anomaly. No one knows why.
What about apricots, dried apricots? I don't
know about that. I just know dates are the way to go.
So what I do is, on the road, I carry a bag of mixed nuts, and then I put some dates and apricots on the top of it. And that's what I do if I can't find salad in a jar.
You're healthy. You're healthy, bro. Like, this is good.
I'm trying. Or the egg. Now, the eggs thing is it should be illegal. And when they lie to us and say we're not using liquid eggs, which is bullshit.
There's I don't really eat McDonald's anymore, but there's a McDonald's hack because they have their flat egg, like that you actually ask for the cracked egg.
Yeah.
That's usually on the Egg McMuffin on other things. So you're like, I'll have that with you can like hack your sandwich to make sure you're getting the other egg.
You know what I do is I'll just go fried eggs because they can't fake that. I don't think.
Not yet. Well, AI eggs we're gonna get.
This is what they did to me. Frazier and I were driving. Now this kid got more free meals out of me this weekend. I bring the open, I pay. So we're about an hour out of L.A. And Frazier goes, I think we're an hour out of L.A. I better propose another meal. So he said, are we grabbing breakfast? Because we ended up leaving early, like 6 in the morning. I texted him at 5:45. I'm like, I can't sleep. Let's get out of here. And so we got out of there. And then we're driving, and I thought it was in the free. And then he goes, let's go out to breakfast. So I Google, I look I like mom and poppy breakfast places. In fact, my new thing is, besides real eggs, if you're a breakfast place, make your own potatoes. I don't want out of a bag.
Oh, like a frozen thing. Oh, now you're like the Gordon Ramsay at breakfast place. I love watching Gordon Ramsay when he's like, this shrimp is frozen, and he like freaks out.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, now like anytime I try something I could tell it's frozen, I'm like totally thinking of him.
Yeah, well, you're paying for breakfast in LA and other places $65 for 2 people with a tip. So make your own potatoes.
Yeah, really.
The eggs are nothing. So,
also, now I got to worry about microplastics. They're talking about like, I saw some TikTok and they were saying like, what would you suggest somebody if they wanted to like just beast some microplastics? Like if they just want, and he was like, oh, I would say have a Keurig coffee and put it in a plastic cup, and then go and have this, and every single thing was what I do.
Right.
Microwave the burrito in the wrapper, or put it on the plate, and it's like, what do? You can't avoid this.
I'm going to freak you out even more. You're supposed to drink out of glass bottles, right? Because of the microplastics in the you're to Fiji.
Oh, I know, because my mom's in Florida, and you really can't leave a plastic bottle in the car. They don't leave the bottle. If you drink that, you'll die. It's poison after an hour. Like, it just freaks out over the fact that so I'm very hip to that. I can't. And then they accumulate because you drink like 2 sips, and then you want to go into the store, and then you come out and it's already bubbling. It's like, boy, it looks like a freaking lava lamp.
I hate to bust your bottle bubble, plastic bottle bubble, but even the glass bottles have microplastics in it.
We're all we have to like be on the waterfalls or some shit.
I go, how is this possible? And I went on my chat GPT, and sure enough, the cap on bottles of water, they have that little plastic thing on the top. That's not like BPPTPP, whatever acronym. And so it's leaking more plastics than plastic balls. So just give up.
Yeah, and then I saw a report. They were like, "Don't drink the shower water or whatever." They're like the city water. They said they found in the water antidepressants, hair growth stuff, erectile dysfunction medicine.
Oh, it sounds like I should be drinking.
That's what I was like. Maybe I should bathe in it. I was like, it sounds great. Everything I'm at fluoride. I'm like, what's wrong with it? Like, maybe it's everything I need.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. The COVID vaccines in there.
But it would make sense that they would put all the fluoride and the erectile dysfunction stuff in LA water.
Yeah,
they're like, we gotta fix these agents. Like, pull it over, Clunk.
Don't you think it's a little bit freaky that they take samples of the water that leaves our homes and they test it? So they'll go, there's a spike in COVID, and they know it because it's in our urine water.
Like the poop water?
Yeah.
We used to call it the duty factory when we were kids. You drive past like the plant, like the water treatment plant.
Well, let's get into this. My guest is Daniel Franzese.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so worried. So that's good.
No, you did
I want to know where you're from originally, and I think your first big break in show business, 2004, Mean Girls.
But before that...
Okay, I was wrong.
My first big break was I was in Larry Clark's movie Bully, the follow-up to Kids. And I'm from Brooklyn. I'm Italian from Brooklyn. My grandparents were Italian. My dad became American when he was 6. He's Italian-American.
Where in Italy?
From near Capri, Caserta, Casa Luce. And so... And my mom's family is Italian also, but like 3rd generation. And then we moved to we went from Brooklyn, where I was born in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Now, I have an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. My grandfather, when my great-grandfather moved on the block, my mom's dad, they were doing a petition to try to get rid of him because he was Italian. They said they didn't want a greasy Italian on the block.
Wow.
And he found out about it. And, my grandfather had 13 kids. And the sons, 12 sons and 1 daughter, and they all built a big table that they used to have dinner at. And he made them all sit at the table, and he said, "Listen up, you sit right here and don't move." And he went outside, right when the sunset was going down, everyone's out on the stoop in Brooklyn. And he comes out and he's like, "Listen up, you son of my bitches. One day, I'm going to honor the whole fucking block." And he did.
Wow.
They all bought a house on the block. So I grew up on a street where 12 of the houses on the block were my relatives.
All the same last name?
Yes. And then, they were DiCarlo, my mom's side. And then when my parents got together, my dad's family moved to the same block. So it's so bizarre that I grew up with both of my entire families living on the same block.
Sounds lovely.
It was pretty cool. It was like a little, and then as my parents...
A little cult.
Well, as my parents' generation got older, everybody was inside everybody else's stuff, and they were like, everyone got away, and we went to Florida. We went to Brooklyn, to Fort Lauderdale.
So you were raised by the family, the extended family, cousins, aunts, uncles.
It's still that way. My brother and sister in Florida live across the street from each other. My cousin from the block moved to Florida and lives on the same floor of a building as my mom. My family's very, we're a tribe.
Is there more advantages or disadvantages to this arrangement?
For maybe growing up, it was hard because you couldn't get away with nothing. Everybody, and the gossip mill must have been da 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 da. I was too, I used to be the kid that sat under the table when all the ladies were playing cards, and I'd listen to all the gossip.
That's what we're like in the green room.
I would know everything. And I'd be like, dude, Yeah. So that was cool. And then I grew up in Florida after that. We moved to Florida.
What part?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Sunrise, Florida.
That's quite a change. Sounds like a witness relocation.
It really was, because I was so... First of all, we were ethnic. I don't care what anybody says. It's not a hate being called white, but I understand I get white privilege from appearing as a white person and walking through the world and navigating. Yeah. But I grew up Italian. We would eat food that smelled and all the other stuff that they talk about for ethnic families. And I got made fun of all the time for how I talked, for how everything I did. And when I was... It's funny, because when I was in 12th grade English honors... they had the word colander, was one of our vocabulary words. Mm-hmm. And the teacher was like, I don't know why this word's here. We all know what a colander is. And I was like, actually, I don't. And she was like, what? And she was like, how do we describe it? And the kids were like, it's like they were like a strainer. And I was like, oh, a sculabasta. I was like, I just thought it was the Italian word.
Yeah.
So.
Do you speak Italian? Parlo Italiano?
No, I don't. I'm learning now with the Duolingo, the Duolingo. I feel like I have like a little side hustle with this guy.
I lived in Italy.
Oh,
I studied abroad. And I used to be able to speak pretty well, and I could understand fully Italian. And I thought during COVID, I'm going to learn it again. So I got what is that? Where they teach you one of the language apps?
Oh, like the
whatever the big one is.
Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, somebody gifted me Rosetta Stone because I was talking about it on my podcast. I love gifts from the podcast. It's my favorite. Yeah. By the way, I'm shooting my next special October 18th. Go there. Go to the special in North Hollywood. That'll be the gift. But somebody gifted me Rosetta Stone, and
is it good? Everyone always talks
no. It kept getting angry at me.
This podcast will not be responsible for Rosetta Stone.
No, it's first of all, it's so remedial, and I'm bored. They're like. Dove, right? And I go, Dove, and they're like, you're speaking too loud. Like, it kept scolding me for being too loud. I'm like, you're the most loud people in the world.
I'm Orny.
Yeah, and Italians are the only people louder than me.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I have to explain to my new boyfriend that he was like, so wait, you guys aren't fighting right now, right? And I'm like, no, we're just like talking to each other. He's like, really? Everything's okay? I'm like, watching an hour, We're very impassioned people. Yeah, we do yell a lot.
I love that. Hands and everything. Where do you think, because I have not heard this expression in a long time, greasy Italian comes from?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe our hair or something. I mean, my hair's kind of greasy.
It was mechanic?
I think it was just like, also, one thing I do know is the pigment of my skin, because I'm olive toned. Like, on my knuckles are darker than the rest of my skin. When I get a tan like I have now, it kind of evens out. Yeah. But if I was to, like, in New York, let's say, or someplace where there's no sun around for a while, and I get white, my knuckles and everything will get black. I'll have pigment, right? It's olive tone. And my piano teacher in college was like, your hands are so greasy. And it was like because I had a teacher once call me a greasy meatball, like one time as like a slur.
That sounds unnecessary.
And then that happened. That was always my family's legacy, was that moment that happened, that we took over the block. And then I had a piano teacher be like, your hands are so greasy. Don't come to class with filthy hands. And I was like, this is the color of my skin tone. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But I was like, that was when I really realized it. And then I tried to bleach it for those years. The years of like the metrosexual, like when men
I'm still in it.
Well, men were like supposed to shave their backs and their chest and do all these things.
They're not doing that anymore?
I don't think that men should be shaving shit. Like, maybe trim, maybe like manscape, but be yourself. Like, I think it's like so much more comfortable to just like so much more attractive to me, I should say, when someone is just being themselves and not trying to like conform.
I agree.
Like, as a gay guy, if I touch a guy's shoulder and I feel stubble, it's gross. Yeah. But if I touch a guy's shoulder, I feel hair, I don't give a shit. Yeah. So to me, it's like, why did they make us for so long try to be something we're not? My whole life, someone's been trying to make me someone I'm not, especially because of my size. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine being a 300-something pound, 6'4" high schooler? Yeah. They were begging me to do football.
How big? 6'4", how much?
I'm 6'4", and I mean, now I guess I weigh like 3-something.
But you're like me. This is very strange. I realized something about myself about 2 years ago that like...
The number don't matter.
I'm like, no. I'm like... it never registered, but I don't have hair on my arms or my legs.
Right. Well,
I have no hair.
I'm actually
I have no hair
Asian.
on my chest.
I'm part Asian. I did like I have some Chinese. So my family's 100% from Italy. But, everybody invaded Italy. We did like the 23andMe DNA. Me and my brother and sister came out different. My sister is 15% Chinese.
Well, you need to talk to your parents.
No, we didn't. But we all have the same thing. My brother was 100% Italian, and me and my sister had Chinese in us.
Wow.
Yeah, which is like awesome, I think, just to have anything different.
Yeah, that's
wild. I grew up so friggin' Italian that it's just interesting to have a different side of me be like, oh, wow,
I love that.
Maybe it isn't...
yeah, you're not very hairy either.
Away why I'm not hairy, no.
Yeah, so you're not into manscaping, as we call it?
I mean, I groom.
Yeah.
but I don't think that people should be like conforming and trying to make their body look like something else that they're not. I had a conversation with my barber. He's an Indian guy and he's so hairy.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's gay too. And he was just saying like he remembers a time when like guys were making him shave his entire body. I'm like, that must have been prison for this guy.
Right.
He's literally a beast.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like I think that people should, you know, it's all this body positivity stuff too, like that's happening now, which is good. I think that people should. I think it should be like radical self-acceptance in the moment that we are in today. Like whatever it is. But as a kid, they don't tell you that. I was growing and they're like, your body's wrong. You're this, you're that, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. All the time. People follow me down the hallway, be like, hey, when are you going to play football for me? And I'd be like, leave me alone, I'm going to grease practice. like not who I am, you know?
Yeah, it's really hard because I've struggled with my appearance my whole life and my weight. And I definitely have a form of body dysmorphic.
Yeah.
I do not see myself. In fact, I'm just looking at the thing and I'm like, wow, I look skinny today. But then I'll look at later and whatever.
It could be a mood you're in. It could be a mood you're in. Yeah. Honestly, you have to just say to yourself, look, there's like, it's all like, this is really what I think about it. It's like, you have to accept yourself and there's nothing you could do right this second. You could drink that green juice right now, but the effects of whatever you're doing that's healthy for yourself isn't going to happen for 2 days.
Yeah.
So what it is it's like, past Orny is hooking up future Orny. Like, so it's like, I'm always thinking, you know, past Danny, thank you, past Danny, you put a water in my bag.
Yeah.
And I'm thirsty now. Like, and I'm always thanking my past self because I'm the one that looks out for me the most.
Yeah.
And it's like, so, like, if I go to the gym today, I might not see the effects tonight, but in 2 days, I'm going to feel a little swollen. I'm going to be like, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
But if I went to the ice cream shop today and eat like 3 ice creams, I won't see the effects today. I'll look and feel good, but in 3 days, I'm going to feel like shit and not know why. And then it causes depression and everything else. People need to just like, you need to lie to yourself a little bit and say, I look fantastic today. I look so fucking good. Like, you look great in that. And like, because sometimes your brain doesn't even know the difference between you telling it to yourself in the mirror and you hearing it from a real person.
Yeah, I just think it's weird that I have, because I remember in 7th grade when we moved into middle school, you were allowed to select what meal you wanted in the cafeteria. Okay. I always got the chef salad. Everybody else was getting the chicken fingers.
You were like dieting?
I was dieting back then. I've been dieting my whole life.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been a success. I've never been able to tuck in my shirt. There's no pictures of me with my shirt off anywhere. In fact, when Teen Wolf was a big hit and people were trying to sneak pictures of me on the beach, in the water, my family surrounded me. I've never
met the final boss of this right now because I have a hashtag called "Let Your Belly See the Sun."
Yeah.
Because look, here's the deal. Okay, I was like, one day I was on a cruise ship. I was on a gay cruise, right? And I was like, it was so fucking hot outside. And I was like, should I wear a tank top that exposes like my arms at the time? I was like, or should I just wear this t-shirt that's a little hotter and not really what I want to wear? And I was like, why am I punishing myself? Who gives a shit? If someone's going to be attracted to me, they're going to see me and say, I'm attracted to that, or they're not.
Right.
It's no surprise what I look like under my clothes. My clothes are skin tight right now. You could see what my body looks like.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not going to go, Danny had a belly if I take my shirt off? So what's the big deal? Someone who's attracted to it might see it and might look at it and say hi. So I forced myself to take my shirt off right there. And I went out with no shirt on. Oh my God. I just had to do it. And ever since then, I got empowered. It was the most likes I ever got on my picture.
That's great.
I posted a picture to torture myself. But then that was at my heaviest. So it's like, what do I get to lose now? So some guy said to me, he wrote me in the DMs and he said, young man, he's like, I wish I could have the confidence you have. He's like, I'm 60 years old. He's like, and I still can't take my shirt off. I said, well, 67. I said, what are you waiting for? 77? What are you afraid of? Oh, they might laugh. Good. Stick your titties in their face. Like, maybe someone might go, if a kid laughs or points even at me or something like that, let's just say, which is maybe the most horrible thing that could happen, the mom would go, stop that. And maybe he won't torture some kid in high school because I normalized it. So it's like, just being yourself, and man, I never felt so free. I had people being like, oh, me and my husband, we're in a monogamous relationship. We've been together all these years and we can't take our shirt off at the beach. We were like, fuck it. And now we're on holiday and here we are naked. Like, who cares?
I do.
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
I will not. I'll be writing to you when I'm 67 telling you congratulations. But
Really?
I'm not. It's just, I
What
don't.
about by yourself? Do you ever walk around like your room naked?
No, oh my God, I'm disgusted. I've never met a mirror I like.
Start. That's where you gotta start.
I've never met a mirror I like. No, I have no problem like if I'm dating somebody and that sort of thing. But and I understand what I'm working with. I have a deformed body. I have snake hips. I'm going to talk about this on my special. I've dealt with this my whole life. I'm dealing with a head that's outsized for the rest of my body. There's a lot going on. Listen.
It's a big movie star quality.
Thank you. I have to stand next to Leno to feel good about myself. I feel so blessed that I have this mind that can create comedy effortlessly, and that I'm really good at what I do, and I love what I do, and I've been successful at it. If the trade-off is that I don't have a great physique and that it's something that I battle with, I mean, I have been...
you look at other people who maybe don't have a great physique and look at them and like in your head read them like and be like, oh, look at this person, how dare they walk around like that, and
I think a lot of what and I truly believe this, you have to have a certain amount of calories to be interesting. And I think a lot of really skinny people are boring because they don't eat.
Well, it's not about skinny or fat. Let's even talk about that. Just even out of shape, right?
Yeah.
I think anybody over 40 that is a little out of shape, it's like, give them a pat. Like, who cares? Like,
well,
it's like at that point, you already did your 20s when you were trying to be a hard body or upset you weren't or whatever the situation was. I feel like we all did. It's like now when you're at a certain age, your eye to gaff's got to be so high that you just really, at this point, you're like, who gives a shit? Look at my belly. I want the sun.
Not there yet. But wow. I do find...
try it alone.
Well, no, I walk around all the time.
I want you to kiss your fingers like this and touch your nipples every night.
No, sometimes first of all, I sleep naked, and sometimes I wake up and I look at myself and I go, "That's why you're single." So I'm that disgusting. I'm exaggerating.
I get it, but yeah.
Here's the thing. I think your qualities are attractive. And an example I use all the time is Alec Baldwin. The guy's out of shape, doesn't seem to concern him, and it makes him more attractive. So I get it. So when I see you out and about, you have a great sense of style. I don't look at you and see you as big. I go, there's a guy that's got style and is confident.
Sure, I had mobility issues before. I had breathing issues before. Things that are improving now. You know, I had liver problems and stuff I didn't even know about. I quit drinking, and because of it, I never really had like a drinking problem, but I had to become sober because my drinking problem was that it was like killing me.
Yeah,
you know, like I just feel like it's not about like how I look or my style has always been good. The biggest I've been, I think I was like 4 something like. I was looking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And always getting laid and always like having a good, you know what I mean? That's why I hate these characters too, that they always make me play. I'm always like, would you maybe kind of give me a kiss? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I fuck. Like, like you know what I mean? Like, and I think that like, that's part of the problem is what the media makes us all think about all this shit. Mm-hmm. Like you have to like deprogram yourself to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Totally.
And it's almost like, you know, there are things, some kids have childhood trauma. I don't believe I have any, but I always say, I really don't.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a great childhood.
I did.
Oh, God bless.
I did. I have a very close family. We're still close. We talk every day.
I love that for you because a lot of people that didn't have that story.
There's weird things. Definitely things happen in school. But, you know, for me, I always want to say, at what point do you get over it? But that's not for me to say because,
that
you know.
I was telling this to somebody who kind of did their kids bad, but then like has been trying to make amends with their kids as an adult, you know, later on as adults. And I was saying, look, it doesn't really matter what you do to your kids, you're going to mess them up. Like, if you're the most perfect parent and you do everything right, then when they get into the world, they're like, the world doesn't love me unconditionally like my family does and take care of all my problems and everything else. Like, you know, Dad, why didn't you, like, prepare me for this? That you, as the human condition is, we have to resist something in order to grow and accomplish anything or we become stagnant.
I get that. And I talk about that in my act because I talk about bullying. I have a nephew that was bullied, and I'm not pro-bullying, but it makes you stronger.
Oh,
and
it made him better, yeah.
Definitely, I got picked on in school.
I don't know if bullying was good for me. I was a bully and a bully. And Ben was bullied.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you know, the chain reaction thing. And I wish I could just have peacefully learned. I think I would have had such a better... You know, I have ADHD, like diagnosed ADHD. I don't really take medicine for it right now. I did at one point. But I did not know what was going on with me in high school. And as a person who, like, had 8th grade reading level in kindergarten, always was like a worker. Like, I mean, I memorized full plays and everything else. I graduated with almost a 2.0. Like, it was just like so low because I couldn't do the standardized testing. I couldn't do I couldn't. Anything was at home I couldn't do.
Explain this to me. What is ADHD? How does it affect your life? I want to know if I have it.
Most of us do.
Yeah.
But it's like a TV channel switching all the time. Like I actually keep this pad when I'm even talking to you, just so in case I feel it happening, I could write just a little jot down to remember what my thoughts are, because my thoughts will go in a whole nother direction. It's really great for comedy and great for like conversation and everything else, but to get shit done sometimes it's not. Like remembering things. Like my assistant has to tell, like, honestly, God bless him, David the gay, love you guy. But he always he has to help me remember every single detail. Like if it's not in the calendar, I won't do it. Even if I've talked about it that morning, because it has to be in my calendar.
I don't have this.
My brain changes. Now I could take Adderall, and that makes me dead ass focus on something. I'll be like, today is the day I do this, and I pack everything in 1 minute. But I'm a little more regimented. I thought it would like affect my comedy writing and things like that, but it doesn't. It actually gives me time. It is good, but it's a methamphetamine, and I don't want to take too much of things. And right now I'm trying to take as least as possible to try to just do like a reboot.
Are you able to listen, take it in, and then respond, or are you like right now thinking what you want to say next?
I was engaged when you were saying that, especially because I was on blast. But there are times that like someone will be talking to me and only me, and I'll be like, I'll come back into the conversation like, but it's like this. It's like the best way to describe it is you're like, oh my gosh, I saw this cute squirrel today, and I'm like, Orny likes squirrels. Oh my gosh, and I like thrifting, and I bet you if I saw a squirrel that was the colors of the trailer, he'd love a squirrel thing that would go in here, and that would be really great. And you're like, and she had terminal cancer. What should I say? And I'm like, you know what I mean? And I used to have people really approach me and be like, you're a bad friend, and and I'd be like, what did I do? And trying to figure out what it was that couldn't make me it's not an excuse, and this is such a Hollywood fucking thing to say to you, but I really forget people's names a lot.
Me too.
And it's really difficult. And with ADHD, it's even worse because of the amount of people that we meet just in general. I try to explain to somebody, look, on every show I've ever worked on, every movie I've ever worked on, there's an entire crew of people that have all befriended me, and I do like them. And then so that's everyone. And they constantly change, and then plus all the people I meet at the shows, and I do meet and greets and all these other things. I want to know everyone, and if you give me like the whole story, I met you in Texas, and we were I'll remember or whatever.
I won't.
I could do that, but I can't get the name. I can't be like, how's your wife, Senzi?
No. People come up to me all the time, and they're like, I opened for you, and we went out for lunch every day, and I'm like, I have no, like Frasier could come up to me in a year. I'll have no idea who Frasier is. I can't, like you said, we have too many people in our lives.
My brain won't hold it. It just won't hold it.
It's good.
And
Get rid of it.
I try to really. I also like reserve I love you for people who I really love. It's very Hollywood things, like because it's like everyone's like, I love you after like they just met you, you know?
Right.
And I'm just like, I can't. I do really like you. You're a great person, but when does that stop? So it could mean something to a group of people, you know? So I try to say other things that I mean. Like, I adore you. I won't say I adore you, darling, to like someone that I can't stand.
Right.
Like, I try to be very purposeful about my words and stuff like that. It's because my mind will be like,
yeah,
and you know, I'll just be like, I love you to everyone. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. I had in college, everyone was like, so the four of us are here. Which one is your best friend? You keep telling us. I'm like, you guys are my best friends. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Where'd you go to college?
It's so psychotic. Florida School of the Arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get back to Bully. I want to get back to Mean Girls. But I want to just let everyone know how we met. So we work together all the time at this produced show at the Comedy Store called Horribly Funny. And you and I just have this connection in the green room. Like there's sort of like this whole other theatrics and show going on. People come in, they like take over the energy, then other people step on that energy. And, you and I just sort of sit back, and it's almost like, we're just sending signals back and forth.
It's very true. Yeah, we do narrate to each other. I'm like,
silently, we're sort of like, we saw that.
I think the backstage is such an amazing place. I mean, as a theater guy too, that's my favorite part about doing stand up too, is like that environment. Even when it's tense or whatever, I like all the different environments of a backstage.
What do you honestly think about that show?
About Horribly Funny?
Yeah.
I love it. First of all, I think Greg Gopp is probably the best producer I've ever worked for. He's just a nice guy, so caring, so thoughtful, always like trying to make it fun, you know, and he's such a winning person. You want him to win, so you want to do good for him. And I think one of the things I like to do personally, when I'm working on any project, if I'm making a short film or I'm doing whatever, I always like to have it be somebody's first job and somebody who's like a big headliner. And I think having some of the developmental people on, and the way Greg himself is so humble, it makes some of the headliners that are normally like divas backstage kind of chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
They go, this room's not like that. It's too my energy's too much for this, and it makes everyone kind of settle.
Yeah.
And I really found that like even people who I've worked with so many times on that show, I was able to connect with them or get to talk to them or whatever. So I have a good time there.
I find it's a bit much.
What, the show?
Yeah. I don't leave that show ever feeling good about myself. It's very seldom.
Seems to be a recurring theme in your...
No. I left the improv feeling good last night. I felt it the night before. I'd like to say this in regards to the improv last night. Donnell Rollins is the real deal. This is a guy that had to go on after me last night and was very kind and generous with what he said. And I will say, having been in this business over 30 years, very few comedians would be as honest with himself and me in that moment. And I appreciate that because I get a lot of blowback from a lot of people in this business, and I don't like it. I don't like when comics go on after me and comment on my act or my style. I don't know where it comes from, but I find it, what's a nice word, competitive. And I don't comment on anybody. And I go in there and you see me. I go into the green room. I've got my notes. I mind my own business. I'm still a lightning rod for controversy for whatever reason, even just doing that. And then I get up on stage and I do the best I can do. I'm a big act. I modeled it after Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. And that to me is part of the theatrics. And you could deliver my words reading off of a piece of paper, and I believe it would still be funny. I'm going big. So when I'm at the Comedy Store, and by the way, that Greg, whatever his name is, owes me $22. Owes me $22, and he knows it. He knows it.
I'll cover for him. I cover for him.
He owes me. And I'm going to go to war with him.
I vouch for him.
He is a guy, and when you say he's one of the greatest bookers,
I just think the reason I say that is because he's always considerate. He gives you a lot of time out. He pays everybody, and he's always paid everybody, even when the show was little. Because I've been with this show since it was at the Lyric Hyperion, and then it went bounced here, bounced there, bounced there, and then became a Comedy Store show. Like, he brought it to that level. It even started in the Belly Room, and then it made its way here, I believe. But he's just and then he has a huge culture of like having water and antibacterial and things for people backstage.
It was catered last time.
Celebrates people's birthdays.
Yes, and that becomes a whole nother thing. But, I mean, it was Whitney Cummings' birthday last week. Oh, they had a cutout horse for her. And like we're taking all these videos.
It's gotten a little crazy, and I think.
By the way, Jay Leno was like, "I'm out of here," and Jay was on the show. Jay left the green room because he's like, "There's a cutout horse, there's candles, there's some weird shit going on," and he just like stood behind the curtain behind the stage.
It could be a whole nother thing to itself back there, but I feel, the cutout horse was a lot.
Yeah, it was a bit much, but. Yeah, I just, here's the thing, and he's very generous, and I like him, but he's a pleaser, and he does pay well. That's why it's very bizarre that this guy would stiff me out of $22.
How did he stiff you out of $22?
That's a great question. I'm not allowed to park at the Comedy Store.
Okay.
I'm not.
Now we're getting to the heart of the issue.
I'm not funny enough to have my name on the wall or be passed. They're like, people, it's a controversy. We're like, oh, how come you're not name is on the wall?
Oh, yeah, I get it too. I've been there 10 years, working there 10 years, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know what the deal is with that. It doesn't matter to me. It would. Like, I would be honored. It would be a nice thing. But at the same time, it's like not. I'm more after, like, I need to find a place to make people laugh right now. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I want to laugh about my shit, and I want to make people laugh. Like, when I hear the laugh, it's a healing to me. Like, I don't know what it's literally my therapy. I used to, like, I agree. I don't need a therapist because I have this. Like, I feel like I could just, let it all out. And to me, like, the name on the wall, the hierarchy, I've never been a part of the club. Man, no one's ever wanted me fucking a part of the club.
Yeah.
It's so true. Even when I finally came out, I was like, it's because I'm gay. It's because I'm gay deep inside. And when I struggled with everything, went to conversion therapy, all this shit, show up at the gay club, and they're like, you're fat. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, don't I belong somewhere? And then I go to the Bears, and they're like, you're not hairy enough or whatever. It's like everything is always like I don't belong some fucking place. So it's like I'd rather just go one foot in front of the other, make my own way, and not give a shit about the club, and do whatever. But yeah, you're right about that. I had a podcast at a Comedy Store for a while, and I was parking there, and then they were like, oh, we're not going to do the podcast because we're going to change the show. And I was like, all right. And then I went to park, and they're like, "Oh, you don't park here no more."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So so what happened was, he's always like, "You can park there. You can have my spot." Well, I don't want his spot. I don't care. I park down the street at a place that welcomes me, and I walk. I do the walk of shame, which will lead back to a story about us in my cream pants
but
that got ruined.
Sweet parking spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't. Yeah.
Because I got a guy.
Got a guy. He's Italian. He's Franzese. What is it?
Franzese
over here. So, anyway, on this particular night, which was last week, there was a comedian on the show that I'm very friendly with. And, Greg, with all his ADHD paranoia, is worried that the person's not going to feel comfortable. Well, I wasn't ready to leave yet. And when I have to leave, now I have to drive down the street and walk to the Comedy Store. And so he said, jump in an Uber, I'll pay for it. So, without saying where I live, you understand it's not easy to get Ubers up here. They don't love to come up here.
Oh, yeah, I can see that now. Yeah.
Right. So it's always a little more expensive. So I go, I'll jump in an Uber right now. That's very generous of you. So I go on Uber. I'm giving you 100% the facts here. Uber X. Now, first of all, I'm famous. I don't take Uber X. I'm a big deal. So Uber X is, well, I take Uber X when I'm paying, but Uber X is $29. Uber Black SUV sedan, the one that the celebrity, $38. To me, that's worth 9 more of Greg Agob's dollars.
Yeah. Well, and you live where the fancy people live, so they're probably just parked up here waiting for you all.
It was 1 minute away.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are always a minute away. Uber X doesn't want to come up here. Okay. So I thought...
Sometimes I like to trick it and do Uber Black and then wait to see if it's an SUV.
Yeah.
And then if it's not, don't cancel it and then get the SUV. If I ever want an SUV, I always try to do the Uber Black first to see. Because sometimes they'll just send you the SUV.
Yeah. So the SUV picks me up. And now I'm thinking, well, I'm going to show them. You don't want me to park here. Look how I roll. Look how I roll. I roll in the brand new SUV, blah, blah, blah. The guy tries to drop me off across the street. I go, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Right out
People
front.
gotta see it
Right out front. I'm waiting about 45 seconds till people look to see who's coming out. Comedy Daddy has arrived.
And then the Uber X is the opposite. You don't want mom to drop you off in front of school. You're like, down the block.
No, I put Comedy Store.
Drop me at the Pink Dot.
Yeah. I meant Pink Dot, but I put Comedy Store. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah. So the guy goes around, and there's about 4 door guys there. Some comedians are all talking. Nobody's
looking.
I go, dude, hit the horn. Hit the horn. Hit the horn. I didn't walk tonight. So anyway, I get out, nobody notices, nobody cares. Once again, me putting stock in something that I think somebody will care about didn't matter at all. And I get inside, I go, hey, here's the receipt. I'm going to have to take one back. And I go, how much do you think it was? He goes, 10, 15. Right? I said, no. Here it is, 38 something. So he Venmos me 40. And then I said, dude, I got to get home. It's not going to be as much. Figured I'll take an X home. By the way, he's never been concerned about money. He's always been really fair.
Yeah.
So this was strange to me. Now
it's probably oversight. He's probably nervous about somebody else not liking sugar-free.
It's me now. So he better start getting concerned about me. So I said, I got to get home. So he shrugged. He goes, oh no, you can walk. You can, like, now he's being funny, and he's not treating the other comedians. He's not treating Bobby Lee like this. So now I'm really upset because I can see Whitney Cummings got a cutout the horse
from China.
Had to have it shipped in and pay a 980% tariff on it.
I think there's a total of 3 horses total.
Yeah, you got a
one with real horse hair.
One with real horse hair. I can't get my Uber home. We got catering for Whitney's birthday from some barbecue place. The guy came in from Orange County.
Yeah, the guy's great. Evan Smokehouse.
Yeah, he gives Kevin Nealon a whole thing of extra cookies, and I can't get my Uber. So I send him the receipt for $22 for the ride. That's all it was for the ride home. Sure. And he ignored it. I go, dude, where's my 22? Like, I wasn't kidding. It's not the $22. It's the principle. Like, can I ever trust you again? Because of and I'll feel bad that we're talking about this publicly, but
Oh, he's gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you like a Uber certificate. He's like the nicest person in the world.
Well, he is.
He probably just it was an oversight.
No, it wasn't, because he was talking to who was hosting that night.
Jessica Keenan.
Yeah, he told Jessica. Oh no, Jessica thinks you're kidding. I go, oh, I'm not kidding.
I think you're both not kidding.
I'm down.
Somebody's kidding.
I'm down $22.
I got to call Jessica and find out.
Yeah, get the
scoop.
The tea, as she says.
Tea.
Yeah, so which leads back to how generous this guy has been in the past. He has been very generous. Like one time he asked me to do a spot, then he didn't need me, then he still paid me. You know, he's generous. Remember the night there's a young comedian, she's not even young, but she's not that, she's, her name's Nicole, and she likes to paint pictures. Am I getting her name right?
I don't know who gave you that. Are you talking about your painting?
Yeah.
I don't know who gave you that. I didn't see that happen. I just
the one who's a sidekick on Pauly Shore's podcast.
Right. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's very nicely paints pictures for. You always know who the highest ranking comedian is in the green room, because when she walks in with the painting, it goes to the highest ranking.
Yes, I just met her.
Yeah. So one night it was me. There was nobody else there. She had to give the painting to me. That one night it was Jesselneck. It was this. And so I got the painting. And it's of a car. Now, I don't even like cars, but she just paints a generic painting, and I think she does it in her car. And then she wants you to take a picture. This is the scam. She wants you to take a picture.
Celebrities who own her paintings.
Yeah. So she gives me this painting, and now it's time to leave, and I'm tired. I don't want to walk down the street to where my car is. You generously offer to give me a ride. I've got my painting.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
And then you take it from there. What happened? I have the painting.
Well, okay, so let's just preface, this is my first day ever with my new car. So I'm like, I'm kind of excited.
I didn't know that.
Somebody wants a ride. And by the way, the first new car I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
So it was a really nice feeling. I've always got cars from somebody or whatever. My friend's like, I'm struggling. I can't keep the car anymore. I'll buy his car off him. I've always had somebody else's secondhand bullshit, right?
Okay.
And honestly, only because I'm really proud of it, I gave two friends a car, my two old cars that I had, because I had two old cars. So that felt really good too. And I'm like, and I got my car, and now I get to give someone a ride. And you come in and you're like, there's wet paint all over me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, no. And you're like, yeah, it's getting on and I'm like, oh my God, please. Like my blood was like, I wasn't mad, but I was like boiling. Like,
yeah.
And then when you got out, I'm like, there was a piece of paint on the chair, and I'm like, oh shit. And
did I get in the car?
You got it on the seat, but I got it off the seat.
Oh
because I got the top tier seats with the stain resistant seats.
Yes, you got it sealed.
Yes, I got it sealed. The car was like ceramic and sealed and everything. So I had those like whatever wet wipes or whatever in the car, and I wiped the seat and it came off, and I was like, thank God. And then you know how like when like something has like even this has like a little bit of like two colors in it.
Yeah.
Like a pattern is two colors. It was like tan and light tan, and I'm like, is this the dark tan? I thought it was getting all panicked. And you're like, it's all over me. Like it
was all over one side of my leg.
But the soundtrack of me wondering if it's in the car is you going, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was all over you.
Well, you know when
your new pants,
my
right?
new tan
your new pants, my new car.
Yeah. Yeah, you know when you get like a new item of clothing and you just love it, and you
want
a
new car.
Yeah,
we were like, I mean, I'm friends with you, but we weren't like even as close as we are today.
Yeah.
Then, and I was like, dude, I didn't want to be like, now I can't give you a ride anymore. You're gonna walk. Like, but I felt so bad.
No, it got even worse. So the pants, it's all. I don't know if she's using oil paint. I don't know.
You know what I think it was? I don't, because you were like, who gives somebody a wet painting? And I was like, it's one of those situations where when you paint with like oil paint, I think, and it makes a glob. And it's hard to the touch, but then if you press it real, it's like it's filled. It's like a gusher. It's like filled with paint.
Yeah,
I think you had a gusher glob, and then when it was in there, it like splattered.
I don't know. Listen, if you're a real painter, and I'll be honest with you, not to be critical of the work, it didn't look like really a car to me. It feels like if I were to give Nicole some artistic critique, I think she should paint a little more privately, maybe take some lessons, and then start giving it to the A-listers. Do you know what I mean? So now it's
maybe just make a couple paintings for the developmental.
yeah.
For the open micers.
The open micers.
Like,
yeah.
Best set of the open mic night.
What I love is, so now it's me, you, and the valet trying to clean my pants. They're brand new. I just got them. They weren't cheap. And you gave me lavender wipies.
No, okay, hold on. That's homophobic.
No. I still have them in my car.
With the lavender?
Yeah, they are lavender.
I didn't know.
Yeah, lavender vanilla. Okay.
Hey, only the best for this ass.
Yeah. No, you basically gave me, and you left. You left. I heard you got in the car. I heard all 4 doors lock. And you left me with the valet and my lavender vanilla.
You were like,
wipes.
it's okay, I'm fine. And I was like, I think he's really fine. I was like, but I better get out of here before I feel really out. Like, I was like, I have a blanket I can maybe throw over the. I didn't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
I was at the point where I was gonna just order you an Uber, but then you would owe me $22.
Yeah, no. And then I'm thinking, this guy, if I was hot, if Brad Pitt was covered in paint, if Brad Pitt had been playing paintball, he's allowed in the front seat.
That is absolutely not true. They could go get the fucking step. Like, I don't want nobody getting paint on my car. I don't care how hot they ass is.
I started to get insecure about it,
You did? You were like, oh, I'm just not attractive enough to ruin this guy's car?
No, it's still like I still have to walk. Even though finally I got a ride, I still have to walk to my car coming out of the Comedy Store. So I ended up, the pants get ruined. The painting ends up in the trash at that place.
Yeah, I think it wasn't ending up in there anyway. I mean, not to be mean, was it?
Well, it looked like a Pollock after my pants got involved in it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'd be like, thank you so much, but I'm allergic to paintings.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Like,
the best part is it was one of those trash cans where like it had like the little hole, and it was a big trash can, but it had the little hole because they wanted to regulate what people are putting in the public trash can. And so I had to like bang it. Like, yeah.
It's like paint flying everywhere.
I didn't give at that point. I didn't give a shit. But I get home, I'm going off on Greg. I'm going, why is she in the green room? You got to tell her you're friends with her. She owes me new pants. I hear, ding, he Venmo'd me $100 to buy new pants. I appreciate it, but my pants cost a little bit more.
Wait, $100 and $22. Are you just griffing this guy?
No, that's what. So what I'm saying is, I sent the $100 back to Greg. I Venmo'd it back immediately. I said, this is not your responsibility. You didn't give me the painting. Right. What's fair is fair.
I mean, yes.
And I'm an honest and fair person. So when somebody offers to pay for my Ubers, pay for the Uber.
Look, I wasn't going to bring this up.
Yeah.
But since now we're here, I think you owe me for like lavender vanilla wipes. Those are like $7.99.
Oh, I still have them in my car. I'll give you the container. And every time
is that about $4? Like, I'll see how many of the wipes you used.
I'd be happy to pay you.
Precisely 6 wipes.
Yeah, I'll pay you for the wipes and leaving me in the parking lot with the valet. I mean, what a humiliating night. But before this, I thought he was, had integrity. Now I'm questioning it all. Yeah, I really am.
Well, I vouch for the guy. I stand by that guy.
I love being on the shows because I don't work that club that much. I do appreciate it. And he's very generous with the money. But I don't leave there feeling great because you're among 10 of the greatest. Yeah. Every single. This guy books the greatest comedian. Anybody who's in town, nobody else can get the talent he gets.
I'm so humbled and honored to still be a part of this shit because I don't like I only started stand-up like 9 years ago. Like, I've been doing stand-up for a while, you know what I mean? But not like a lot of you guys have been like, like lifelong stand-ups. I was afraid to do stand-up because I thought that I would be outed. So it wasn't until I came out that I was able to like just freely talk and like be comfortable on stage. I wasn't even doing MC gigs or anything like that.
Well, when did you come out?
I came out 10 years ago, yeah.
So these characters you played on Mean Girls and Bully.
So Bully is straight. I play a straight character. I played a gay character in Mean Girls, and then I was so panicked because I was up for Turtle and Entourage. I was testing on Turtle and Entourage.
Oh, wow.
I was up for Sopranos. I was up for all these different kinds of. That was like what my stuff was, and then when I did Mean Girls, all of a sudden they hit like a gay glass ceiling. They were like. Like, there was this movie I'll never forget. It was a movie called Sherry Baby that starred Maggie Gyllenhaal. Okay. And my friend Bridget Barkin, who I had done 3 movies, 2 plays with, and she lived in my guest house in LA. Okay, we were really close. And the role was Maggie Gyllenhaal played a woman who had a baby and then had to go into like jail and rehab, and she was gone for 12 years. So the baby went to her sister-in-law and her husband, and Bridget was playing the sister-in-law. And then she comes back after 12 years and she's like, where's my kid? And they're like, what are you kidding me? We just raised this child. Like, get the hell. And it's, it's called Sherry Baby. Okay. So the husband was described as, and the guy was a great actor who got the part. I think he passed away, but God rest his soul. But so I'm not talking.
Well, that's the curse of Sherry Baby. So it's good you didn't get it.
I'm not talking ill about anybody.
Yeah.
But the role was
not that they're dead. Who talks ill of the dead? Yeah. When he was alive.
The role was like a lovable, doughy, blue collar, big lug of a guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I got this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me audition. And they were like, no, we love Daniel. We think he's a fantastic actor, but we're looking for a man's man.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I was like, you won't even see me? And the thing that bothered me the most about it was a queer casting director. Like they would smell you, or people would be like, it was mostly the queer casting people that would be like, I know him or whatever. So it made me be like, I never went to gay clubs. I stayed in the closet. I only had long-term relationships, and then I'd come out of one and meet another guy. Like I was like,
did
panicking.
People suspect you were gay?
After Mean Girls, that they just assumed. They would come up to be like, hey bitch or whatever, and I'd be like, very not comfortable. Like now I don't give a shit about any of that stuff, but I wasn't uncomfortable with people like being like, oh, she's angry today or whatever, or being like funny with me. Like it would be like, I'm not a she, like, where now I'm like very much like that with my friends. Like in the gay vernacular, we do stuff like that and talk that way,
Was it a big role?
Yeah.
It was.
In Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
It's one of the leads, yeah. And it was it was with Lauren Michaels and all these SNL people.
Yes.
I was working with like heroes of mine, and like it was such a great experience. But then all the other roles dried up. For 6 years I didn't work.
Why is that?
Because they only wanted to offer me like, I would say that before gay people were prevalent in movies, gay people were being portrayed as what we would call non-binary today, but being called gay. Like, and it was not a true representation of what a gay man was in a lot of these scripts. They'd be like, he was wearing high heels because he loves it. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. Or like something like that. It was just like gay for gay's sake or fat for fat's sake. So I basically turned down more money in Hollywood doing these movies that were not true to what now I don't give a shit. I'll do everything because I'm like, I know how to flip it and make it better or put my own input. Or I'm like a big enough name at this point that I can have input. And, before it was just like, give me a job so I can pay my rent.
Yeah.
And it was just a scary time for me. So when I finally came out, it was like everything opened up to me. I did these other roles. Like I did a gay role on HBO on Looking. That was a lead role. And I had a great time doing all these other things. And then I got cast on this ABC show, Conviction, in Toronto. And they relocated me. And then every 2 weeks they were using me for like a couple hours. It was so frustrating. Like I was sitting in this like, brutalist like a black loft, like waiting for them to call me, and then like I'd come in and the character Haley Atwell, she the actress, her character was my sister. I was her brother, so she lived with me, and I'd be like, you forgot your coffee, and then this show would start, and then she'd come home and I'm like, here's a glass of wine, give me a monologue, like I wouldn't do anything. So I was like, I have Sundays off. I said, let me see what's going on at Second City, Toronto. And they had a stand-up class. And I was like, yes. I was like, this is what I've always wanted to do. And when I tell you only 5 minutes in that class, I was like itching to get on stage. I was like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? It was like once I started learning a little joke structure and a couple of tips and stuff, I couldn't stop writing. I was writing 2 hours a day. And then I had immediately before we had like our final or whatever they do in the class, I was like, can I get up? Is there open mics? And I started open micing. And then I was getting book slots. And then I went home for the holidays to Florida for 2 months and just wrote. I wrote everything about my family, everything about my life at the time, all this stuff, and just wrote. Then I came back here and I didn't tell anybody I was doing stand-up. And for like January, February, March, April, I did 3 open mics a day.
Were you funny as a kid?
Yeah. And I knew everyone's routine. I knew everyone's stand-up routine too. So I knew how to like take
who did you like?
Oh God, I loved Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah,
I loved Rodney Dangerfield. I watched all of his specials. So all of the guys that were on his specials, like Sam Kinison and Seinfeld and Roseanne and Bob Nelson and people who were like all on those Dom Irrera, like were people who my dad would memorize with his friends, and they'd all like kind of how you would a meme now, and like I was just memorizing them too, and it was like the big boom of stand-up comics, where stand-up comics were there was like comics only on Comedy Central, and there was Comic Strip Live and Evening at the Improv, and there was so much to watch, and I would be memorizing people's sets by seeing them on different shows.
Have you had a chance to work with Dom out here?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, really?
I would love to, yeah.
Oh, really? I could probably make that happen.
That would be cool, yeah. Yeah, I've always been a fan. I mean, there's so many of these guys that, like, I'm just, like, especially with the Horribly Funny show, is another one that I can't believe that I'm working or meeting with some of these people that like it's just not like Margaret Cho is a great example. I love Margaret. We're friends now. I love Margaret, but when I first started working with Margaret Cho, like, or being booked on a show with her, I could not fucking believe it. Like, I watched her special like over and over and over again in college, and I asked her. This is so crazy because I think it's like a Horcrux to my inner child. But I asked Margaret. I said, "Would you do me a favor? I just thought of this right now." And I was literally like laying on her and petting her dog, like we were close.
Yeah.
And I said, would you sign a DVD for me of your special to me in college? And tell me in college that one day we're going to be friends and work together. And she did. And she wrote I went to Florida School of the Arts. She said, to Flow Arts, Danny, one day you'll be famous and we'll work together all the time. And like, and then I'm going to sign a Mean Girls DVD, and I'm having them customly framed, and I'm going to hang it in the hallway of my college.
That's great.
So the kids who like could stand in the spot that I was standing, you know what I mean? When
it's a fraud, though. Those kids think it's real.
What?
That her DVD was signed to you.
It's signed.
Back then.
No, it's gonna. I'll have a description of what happened, but I think it's a cool art piece that like. This is what I was standing in this spot, dreaming about doing this, and you're standing thinking I went here.
Yeah.
And you're like, maybe it could be me, but look, I was doing that to her, and I'm here, so you're gonna be here. See you soon, like kind of deal. I have to word it right, but ChatGPT.
I think it's great that you're on this iconic movie, and have a major role. Do you get recognized
every day of my life? I carry stickers with me because
I didn't get one.
I'll give you one, but like what I did is I took the fan art because there's so much fan art.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most popular memes. See, Mean Girls came at the same time that memes came out. So it was like, you can take Harry Potter's another one. You can take Harry Potter or Mean Girls and any line from it and splice it with a current topic, and you have a hit meme. And so people just constantly do it. It's almost like a private joke. A meme is just an internet private joke, right? So it's like, if you can figure out a way to use a line from Mean Girls, you win in being funny.
Interesting.
So people just try to find interesting ways to use it so it lives on. Like, I mean, and there's all this fan art, and I take the fan art, I have it turned to stickers, and when someone recognizes me, I give them another piece of fan art. So it's like moving the fan art forward.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you.
And it's fun. So I don't have to make the art. I don't really pay for it. I leave the person's Instagram so it promotes the artist that loved my shit.
Cool.
So it's like kind of a cool.
Now I want to see these stickers.
I got some. Yeah.
Do you have some? Put them in front of the camera. Let's look at some of them.
I mean,
you know what I think is fascinating is I knew nothing of this about you.
I got in my bag for you.
You're just Danny in the green room, and I like this podcast because
so this is my my character from Mean Girls. That scene.
Okay, Eminem. You look at the Unabomber.
Well, I'm the gay kid in the high school.
Okay.
And the girls all get in a big riot, and so the principal, Tim Meadows, tells all the girls to go to the junior room. So I dress like this so they don't know I'm there, but I'm the gay guy. They want me there, but I'm like, you know, I'm like incognito, like, yeah.
Did you audition for this?
I did, yeah. It was crazy. And this is it's made on glitter, but this was a graffiti someone did of me as the Mona Lisa, and it says she doesn't even go here, which is like one of my favorite.
I don't know if it's clear on the camera.
Yeah, that one's kind of a tough one, but
yeah.
Anyway, I got a bunch of them. And
that's really cool. And something fell here.
And I
more microplastics.
Yeah,
a fork, plastic fork.
And then I didn't just do this for Mean Girls. I do it for almost every one of my projects, and then I just keep it. I even want a horribly funny one. I keep them, and then when someone goes, "Oh, I saw you," and then I'm like, "Here you go." It wigs people out, and
that's wild.
I heard a story. I don't know how true it is.
Yeah,
but I heard a story that Bill Murray and Steve Martin do this. So Steve Martin has a business card that says "You just met Steve Martin" and has his autograph on it, so he can avoid taking pictures and hand that to somebody. And Bill Murray has one that says, "You met Bill Murray and no one's going to believe you," and it's not autographed, and he gives it to people.
You know what I do? I have one that says, "You just met Steve Martin," and I hand it out. That's what I do. I hand out that stuff. I take pictures with anybody. I'm very happy to.
I like that. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I love meeting people that pick up what I'm putting down.
Don't like doing the fan conventions because I don't feel like somebody should pay $75 or $125 for an autograph.
Crazy thing about that though, I did this horror movie, I Spit on Your Grave, like the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. And I was at a horror convention, Dallas Frightmare Weekend, and it was my first real convention. Yeah. And I had made headshots and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not selling them. I'll give them to people. I'll sign the poster for free. And the fans were like, "What the fuck?" They were like, "I came here at money to support you. I want to buy merch from you. I want to buy things from you. Like, I'm here because I'm your fan, and everyone else gets to give their fan $25 and get whatever. Why can't I give you something? You don't have a sticker?" And I was like, "Oh, they want me to be selling things."
Which is
because where else are you going to go to the Daniel Franzese store? So when I do these things, I've done RuPaul's Drag Convention. I've been to all of them actually. I've never missed one. London, everywhere, and they're it's so great to meet the fans. And every year I make a new T-shirt, and they love it. And I make them things with my stand-up jokes on them, and people just love it.
I try and explain this to my parents because they don't get it. They don't get, like, the fans really want to support you.
They want to connect. They want to say, I want to have a piece.
Yeah.
I met Orny, and Orny sold me this t-shirt, and now I'm wearing it, and I got it from him.
Yeah.
It means so much more than anything that they can make or buy anywhere else. They want to buy it from, and I like so the fan art, I like the fan art exchange. It started because people were bringing me beautiful art. Like, I mean, really great paintings. I love fan art.
Is the paint dry on yours?
Yeah, it better be. It better be. But I've gotten such amazing stuff after my shows and stuff like that. And so I was like, I want to give something back. So I always have zines or like art that I make.
I thought that was a drug, zines.
No, little magazines.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I do like little art projects, and I give them out to people who give me art. So I love that shit. I think it's so fun.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm shooting my next special. This is my 4th special. My first one, this is how old I am, was a mailer on Netflix. They used to mail the physical DVD.
Like Columbia House.
Yeah, like Columbia House, when Netflix used to mail stuff. And then the next one was on Comedy Central, and then it was bought by Netflix. And the third one was on Showtime, and now it's on YouTube. 7.5 million views.
Damn, let's go.
And so I am self-producing this one. I'm paying for it myself. It's probably going to cost close to $100,000.
Wow.
And so people started to ask me, can I contribute? So on the ticket site, you can donate, and people donate. And then I set up a GoFundMe, and some people are giving $10, $5. Some people gave $5,000, and it warms my heart. People that work for me, people that I pay, have donated.
That's super great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people want to see you succeed, dude.
Yeah. And to get back to the generosity of Greg
Agop should give you $22 towards your special.
He actually shouldn't. Greg Agop, who owes me $22 because a deal is a deal, actually has taken out ads for my special to target his audience that's seen me in a substantial amount.
Yeah, and you're hustling the guy for $22?
I know, it's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong. If anybody's upset with me, I get it.
You, bro.
Well, sometimes what's wrong with Orny Adams is what's
wrong. In your own house. Yeah. Sometimes what's wrong with Orny Adams is Orny Adams.
Yeah. I mean, I just get obsessed with the deal's a deal. I probably would have sent the $22 back, and I would have sent the $40 if he had been true to the deal. But he's very generous, and I do like to give him crap. I like to.
No, yeah, he enjoys it too.
I texted him the other day, and I said, when Jay Leno was in the green room, I said, hey, Nicole's on her way over with a painting for Jay. And he's like, tell me you're kidding. Tell me. He freaked out.
Nervous.
He freaked out.
There's a ball of nerves. I love it.
What is Bully?
Bully is a true crime story. Do you ever see Kids?
Yeah, it's scary.
So it's the same type of filmmaking, and it's a Larry Clark movie, and it's a film about a true story about 7 kids who got together and bullied this kid. They murdered this kid that bullied them in South Florida. It would have been crazy national news, but it happened the same exact time as OJ. So it was kind of like, it was in the news, but I was in Fort Lauderdale at the time and it happened there. So it was really like, big. But Brad Renfro was the lead of that. He passed away. And so it's got like a legacy because of him too. And Larry's like a prolific filmmaker.
Yeah, that was a really interesting film. Kids, it was like, they use real kids.
It's a crazy movie. You should see it.
It's crazy. It's hard to watch.
Honestly, I make hard to watch movies and I make comedies. Like that's just what it's happened.
Yeah.
Like Spit in Your Grave is like unbearable. Like it's hard to. I mean, in a good way. It's a good film with great performances, but it's the first half of the movie is so brutal that most people can't even make it to the cathartic second half, which is also brutal.
So, what drives you nuts? Like, what's wrong with you? What drives you nuts? And go ahead.
What drives me nuts, like in the world right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to bring this home. I should ask you where you're doing tour dates. Do you have tour dates? You have
I'm doing mostly schools right now for this part of the year because this is when I love to do colleges and this is when the school year starts.
Do you do that NACA? That NACA scam?
I host NACA Live.
You do the NACA scam? You host the NACA scam?
For some people it might be a scam, but with Mean Girls and like they love me and I have such a great time there. I mean, I've sell out audience of like 500.
That's great.
It's unbelievable. It's and some of them never seen a comic before. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, and I do this amazing AMA afterwards. Where like I basically just do crowd work.
What's AMA?
It's Ask Me Anything.
Oh,
but it's not a Q&A, which more is like I'm gonna sit in a chair and someone's gonna ask me questions about movies. Like this is more like let's talk, and I'm like this is crowd work. But they know it as an AMA because that's what Reddit calls it. But I
do Yata.
What's Yata?
Yell at the audience.
Oh, that's good.
I yell at the Teen Wolf kids.
Oh my God. Yeah,
because that was my character.
But I find so much, that's where I write. I have so much fun talking to them.
You don't have a tour schedule with dates?
I have some dates here and there and stuff like that.
Okay. But you're on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
And
What's Up Danny will always, What's Up Danny on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter.
Who's doing Snap?
BlackPeopleMeet.com, JDate, Farmers Only, Venmo, Grindr, whatever you need.
Yeah, who does Snap?
I love Snapchat. I'm a Snap star.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I've never been on it.
So
I'll tell you why. I went to sign up finally, and there was Orny Adams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they wanted me to be Orny Adams 9. I contacted Snapchat, and they said, "Well, how do we
just be real Orny Adams?
Well, how do we not know that those are other Orny Adamses?" I go, "No, there's only one Orny Adams. Like that's it.
Literally.
And
Greg, you owe him $22.
No, you're right. I'm right. I apologize, Greg. After all your generosity, you owe me nothing. But a deal is a deal." And I would have returned the 22.
Greg just texted me. He said, "Go eat liquid eggs."
Yeah. So, Danny, how did you tell me how to say your name?
Say it. Do it.
Franzese.
Yeah, you know.
Danny Franzese.
Don't be afraid. Just go for it.
No, I have a fear of it because you snapped at me.
Leap into it.
I called you somebody else, Rich, the other day, and you just went like this. It's Danny.
Well, that was my uncle's name, and
you don't like him.
No. I like everybody. I like everybody
except for him, but that's okay. So, in wrapping up, what's wrong with you, or what drove you nuts this week?
The thing that really drives me crazy right now is the level that people have taken customer service to, like where they just don't give a shit anymore. Like I don't know what happened to. Like I'm a worker. Like when I worked in a place, I would always like to take care of the customer, make everybody feel. Nobody cares anymore. They're just like. Especially like at the airport, they feel like they're half asleep at their job. Yeah. Like I'm like this is like a Dunkin' Donuts. Like just like sit. What do you want?
Do you want to? I'll play the Dunkin' Donuts person.
They're the worst.
Coffee person. Go ahead.
Yeah, the worst. I'm like, hey.
No, come in and say, hey, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. Or they're like looking at something totally different, and you're being polite.
What do you want?
And letting them look at the thing that they're looking at.
Yeah. What do you want? What would you like?
A coffee, like do you have almond milk?
Yeah, we have almond milk.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I don't understand what the issue is.
It's called the Gen Z stare. They stare at us like we're nuts. They don't like us.
Everybody's also complaining that there's no jobs. I blame management and corporate for this kind of shit because now that everything's being bought by like a big corporation, they're not caring about like the actual details. I loved that show, Undercover Boss. Is it still on? I love that show.
Well, the other problem is
people need to get their ass handed to them.
Corporations are afraid to confront employees and fire employees because they'll sue them. They'll go on social media. They'll create.
But people need to be checked sometimes. They need to be checked. Like I like all those Hell's Kitchen, those kind of things. Not Hell's Kitchen, the other one, Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah.
Where they go in and the bar rescue, where they rip people up and make them work.
I agree.
It drives me nuts to see lazy workers. If you could lean, you could clean. Let's go. Let's move it.
I love it.
I can't take it.
I love it. Danny is my guest. Danny's exceptional. I'm going to play. I play the theme now that was written and performed by Harlan Williams. Wrote the theme for the podcast. Episode 161. Danny Franzese, my guest. Fantastic. I have to thank Eric Stoltz, who he's in the middle of a move with his studio, and he's still going to master the audio for this podcast today. Thank you. And he's working on my special. My dates, tour dates, ornyadams.com/tour. I'm in Orny. I'm in Las Vegas next weekend. Then I go to Plano, Texas. Then I'm somewhere else, or I'm outside of San Diego. All on ornyadams.com/tour. And then my specials, October 18th. El Portal Theater, North Hollywood. 2 shows, 6 and 9. 6 is looking like it's going to sell out first. Get the tickets. All the QR codes are up on my Instagram, ornyadams.com, ornyadams. And if you want to donate, the GoFundMe's up there too. I'm not desperate, but I love the help and appreciation. Thank you to everybody in Soul Vein. Soul Vein. You're so vain, you probably think this podcast is about you. Had a great time with Fraser Smith. You guys are amazing. I'm going to go inside right now, take a selfie of me with my shirt off, and not post it. Not post it. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you for 162. Dude, thank you. That was great.
That was great.
You're the man. Yeah. Could talk to you forever.
Yeah, dude. You're fun.